If you've done any lead code, you've probably written something like, from collections, import Deque, Q equals to Deque, and then just called it a queue and moved on with your life. But Python actually has a real queue.queue. So, which one would Walter White use? So, what do the docs actually say? Alright guys, here we are. Let's check it out. Never thought I'd be here. Yeah, blah blah blah. Dex support thread safe memory efficient depends and pops from the side. Yeah, that sounds about good. Alright, what about this? The queue module implements multi-producer, multi-consumer queues. It is especially useful in threaded programming when information must be exchanged safely between multiple threads. Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, now that I read that, it makes total sense. Guys, cool. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Nah, I'm just kidding. But on a serious note, what does any of that actually mean in real code? To guide us through this mess, let me introduce someone very special to me, Mr. William Jardine.
I love you, Jardine. Ah!
You are far too kind.
You may ask yourself, who? I think he can talk for himself. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. GG boy. Don't make me do this to them, GG boy. Yeah. Sass boy made this beat. My name's Jardine, well known in this game. First I pan the China lane. Poppy into profit canton to the con. Opium to offices, money stupid long. That's enough now, blood past the... You see, Walter had a problem.
Make your skin crawl, press one button, let the wind fall. Who won't stop us? Fuck the coppers, the mind of a kilo shopper. Seeing my life.
That's chaps, alright.
I ain't spent one
Mr. J, my product keeps going bad in the lab. Walter, just use the oldest barrels first.
In real life, that's easy. Line the barrels up from oldest to newest, and always grab from the old side. Digitally, we do the same thing with the Deque. But Walter is paranoid, so obviously he keeps his inventory file on a server in North Korea. Because if the feds can't even get a spy in, then they're not getting his barrel list either. So, hitting that file on every request is pain. We want to load his barrels once from disk, then manage them in memory using a Deque. So, first on startup, we call load ingredient queue. That reads Walter's file once from the North Korean server and creates a Deque in memory. The oldest batch ends up on the left, the newest on the right. NQ batch adds new deliveries to the right. Take oldest batches uses pop left to get the oldest ones out. First in, first out. Peak oldest n lets Walter look at the next expiring batches without removing them. This is a classic use case for Deques. You want fast appends, fast pops from the front, you're okay with holding everything in memory, and you're basically in one thread doing this work.
What is it now?
See, Walter was suffering from success. Too many custies to handle. So, he recruits some pushers. Here's the scheme. Because Walter don't play no shit.
Gator don't play no shit. You feel me? Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
All the custies come to Walter first. Pay him. Then he sends them to one of his pushers to pick up the product. So, Walter never gets caught with anything on him. Smart. Digitally, he asks you to build this as a system. This is the code that you gave him. As you can see, It's a small operation, only 20 custies, 4 pushes. And what happens is that every time a custody arrives, push is notified and he deals with a custody. Alright.
They say I got a founding father name, my pocket's full of them. Yeah, that's cool.
Jardine, I need your help.
Walter, every true pimp knows, mo money, mo problems.
Walter's operation had a little problem. So where did this all start? Back in the code. Each pusher does 2 important things. Checks if anyone is in line. If so, they grab the next custody. Now, imagine the queue only has 1 custody left. Pusher A checks if custodies are there, sees them, and pops them. Well, he doesn't pop them, but Pusher B also checks if their custody is there a split second later, and also thinks that someone is there. He goes to check, and there's no one there. So, Python hits us with an index error. Pusher B opens the door to nobody. That one little bug started a gang war inside the gang. And at the end of the day, Walter's the only one losing because he's funding both sides and no one's selling his product. What he should have done is put a lock around that critical section. Well, but now you're responsible for creating the lock, using it everywhere you touch the dick,
Oh, God damn. I'm gonna lose him, Charlemagne. No, but
and not forgetting it in one random helper at 3 AM. You've basically re-implemented what Q.Q already gives you. So, in summary, use Deque when you want a fast in-memory queue in mostly single-threaded code. For example, running BFS, using sliding windows, or Walter's barrel inventory, that sort of thing. Use Q.Q when you have multiple threads producing and consuming work. You care about coordination, blocking, and not starting a gang war. Deque is a data structure. Q is a coordination tool. Get them mixed up, and you don't just get bugs, you break the whole operation. That's before we even talk about reentrancy, whether your functions themselves are safe to be called again while they're already running. But that's a story for another day.